Welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour, your source for all hard rock, heavy metal, new metal, alternative, punk, horror punk, hardcore, rock, and all local bands, with your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather.
This is Dario Lorina from Black Label Society, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
The views and opinions of the guests do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of BODS Mayhem Radio Network, its staff, affiliates, or sponsors. Parental discretion is advised. Welcome to BODS Mayhem Radio Network.
Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, a.k.a. the Bodfather, and as always, I'm bringing you guys awesome interviews, and it is an honor and privilege to have a brethren of the Black Label Society. He is the guitarist, Mr. Dario Lorina, and I hope I pronounced his last name right. Other than that, he'll kick my ass next time that he sees me. But
yeah, you did pretty good. You got it right, man.
He has a new album that's ready to come out. It's going to be his second solo album. But also, too, Black Label Society has their new album out right now called Catacombs of the Black Vatican. And plus, I think he's also on the new Book of Shadows 2, if I'm not mistaken. Dario, how's it going?
That's going great, man. We're just getting ready to start this European run, Zach's Book of Shadows 2. So, yeah, we're excited about that.
What's impressed you the most about the new Catacombs of the Black Vatican? Just coming over from Lizzie Borden. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I had joined the band just after Catacombs came out, so that came out a couple of years ago. But I mean, you know, the album's killer. All the songs are awesome. We play a good handful of them live in the Black Label set. My Dying Time, it's an awesome song. We shot a video for that just as I joined the band. But I mean, yeah, the whole album's killer. How
was the transition coming from Lizzie Borden, which you were with? You know, you was with those guys for 4 years, and coming to Black Label Society. And were you shocked you got the spot after Nick left?
You know, for him to leave the band after being in for that long, you know, that's always a shock for, you know, any band to have a member for that long. But yeah, I mean, the transition wasn't too hard. You know, it was pretty easy. All the guys were really cool with me, so it wasn't too bad. I mean, as far as playing wise, you know, it's all in my vein of playing, so that wasn't a difficult thing. But yeah, I mean, I was with Lizzie for about 4 years, so I mean, those guys are totally supportive. You know, they're still my brothers. So, yeah, it's all good.
How's working with Zach on, you was on Book of Shadows, too.
This new album, I was not, no.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all Zach. It's all Zach and the guys. It came out great.
With the Black Vatican that's out right now, I just want to get your opinion on this. I know you're with them right now, but what do you hope the fans take away from this album from Black Label?
I mean, when they come to see us live, you know, just, you know, a killer experience, and, you know, hopefully they have a good time and enjoy the show and the music. All the songs from the album are killer, so.
You're working on your second album on Shrapnel Records. How much is completed, or are you still working on it, and when will it possibly be released?
Yeah, I've been working on it for a few months, and I'm just getting to the tail end of it. Everything's wrapping up, so yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it's a good progression from my first album, but yeah, my first one came out in 2013, which is, you can check that out. But yeah, this one, the release date's to be announced, but it'll be announced soon, and look it out there very soon.
How was working with engineer-producer Fred Archambault on this album coming up?
Killing, man. I mean, him and I have been friends for some years, and I mean, he's spot on when it comes to recording and mixing. So I have all faith in him, and he's going to make it sound killer. I've already heard some mixes he just started doing, so it sounds amazing.
Are you constantly having to push yourself to come up with new guitar riffs and stuff since you're with Black Label, or is it pretty much, you know, Zach wants you to do this, plus deciphering from what you want to use for your solo stuff?
I mean, it's not, you're just playing all the time, so you're always coming up with something, you know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not like I have to sit down and really push, you know, it's just, you're playing all the time, so whatever comes out, and hopefully you remember to record it in your iPhone so you can remember it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Any tracks, Dario, off your new solo album that stands out more than any, possibly?
There's definitely a few, I don't want to give it away yet, but there's definitely a few tracks that have become my favorites. I feel like they mix a lot of different influences combined into one, you know, kind of into one of my own thing. So I'm excited about it for sure. I mean, all the songs I'm really proud of, but there's definitely a couple that always catch my ear.
I know you started your professional career with the late Janie Lane, an ex-member of Warrant, at the age of 16. But is there any one show or moment that sticks out to you so far that's impressed you the most?
You know, I think I have to say that it's always been my first show, which with each band that I've been, fortunate to play with. Like, I can remember Janie's the first show like the back of my hand. I can remember the first show I played with Lizzie, and I can absolutely remember the first show I played with Black Label. So those are always, there's always great shows, and there's always ones that you remember for life, but those ones always will always stay with me. So yeah, it's always the first shows.
I remember when they said that they added you to Black Label, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna check this guy out, and I was like, holy shit. Man, this dude can play.
Oh, right on, man. Thanks.
Since it's the digital age with recording, do you prefer the digital way now, Dario, or do you want to just be in the recording studio to do the 2-inch tape way, or what's your take on it since you're part of the younger generation?
Well, I've never recorded on tape, so
okay.
I'm not sure, but I'm sure it has its benefits as far as like warmth and all that people crave. But I mean, with the digital age, everything's become hopefully for the better. It's become a lot easier for certain ways of creation. So that's what I'm used to, and that's what I go with, and it works for me.
In your own opinion, what do you bring to the table for music, man?
I'm just doing what I do. You know what I mean? I'm a guitar player that likes a old school rock style of guitar playing. So I mean, that's just what I create. So that's what I'm giving to the music society. You know what I mean? Whether it's wanted or not, that's what I do. So What was it for you? What was it for you that made you want to become a musician? What was that spark, man? I mean, my family was pretty musical. So, I mean, I was always around music when I was a little kid, and I got a guitar for Christmas when I was about 7-ish years old, and I just pretty much, that was what I did, you know what I mean? And then when I got later into like my, early teen years, that's all I did. All summer long, I'd come home from school and play guitar, so I never really thought of myself as anything else other than, I'm a guitar player. I never thought of myself doing anything else, so that's just kind of, I wanted to become it, I just became it, What's it mean to you, Dario, when you receive an email from a fan or prior to their shows or after the shows, they come and they say, hey, look, your guitar playing or whatever that you've influenced has pulled them through a tough time or gave them inspiration to overcome something or just enjoy life a little bit better. What's that mean to you? I mean, I always love hearing from people, there's a section on my site where you can write in, and I love talking to people on Twitter and Facebook. I always try to interact as best I can. So yeah, I mean, it's always great to hear from people. I just like to say, as a fan of the old Lizzie Borden stuff, your stuff with Zach Wild, Black Label Society, thank you guys for what you're doing, and thank you for your music, Dario. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. How can people stay in touch with you, buy your merchandise, and especially buy this new album when it gets ready to come out? Yeah, it's all at DarioLorina.com. You can get to everywhere from there, all the social media, album links, tour dates, all that. It's up at DarioLorina.com. Before I let you go, Dario, will you care to do a promo for the show? Yeah, not at all. This is Dario Lorina from Black Label Society, and you're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour. Everybody stick around, and you only hear these interviews right here on BODS Mayhem Hour. Thanks, Dario. Right on, man. Thanks a lot.
You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.